So we're here at the World Trade Center Plaza. That's the Freedom Tower there in the distance. And then the grove of trees is the 9/11 Memorial area. And then the 9/11 Memorial Museum. Behind me is the Oculus right here behind me. So we're gonna turn back, go across the street, and I'm gonna give you a tour of this plaza area through here. So there's information booths and souvenir shops, and the museum is over there on my left-hand side. The Freedom Tower has an observation deck that will take you all the way to the very top, which is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. And we're going to approach one of the footprints of one of the World Trade Centers that collapsed on September the 11th. It's a very solemn area. The water runs away as if it's left us. And then if you look at the names and how they're cut out, it represents loss. So if you see how the names here are physically cut out, it represents loss. And you can see here at the foot of the Freedom Tower, spanning around the plaza. So everyone who worked and lost their lives on that particular day, their names are cut out along the trade tower footprints, even to the point where the loss of life at the Pentagon and the flight that went down in Pennsylvania, and all the first responders that arrived on scene that day are also engraved or cut out around the edging of the infinity pool area. People will come and leave memorials for a loved one. Today is Mother's Day, May the 14th. And we're going to walk over to the other footprint of the other World Trade Center. To my left is the 9/11 Memorial Museum. They have artifacts from that day, fire apparatus that was present on that day. Again, you have kiosks for information and souvenir sales. So we're approaching the second tower location, and you can see St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church in the distance. And the 9/11 Museum is there. We're going to walk towards St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, and I'm going to give you an overview of the plaza up there and the First Responders Memorial also. So in this section, I've never seen this before, but this is actually the engine numbers of the first responders at this tower. So you can see engine 226, ladder 11. So these are the first responders' names that are etched here. Division 3. So not only was it the people present in the tower, but it's also the first responders who arrived, the Pentagon location, and the flight from Pennsylvania that went down. So this is a very impressive memorial here as we look across. So point of reference, you can see the Freedom Tower there, and that would be Trade Tower over there. trade tower here. And we're going to walk over here to St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church. So there's high security in the area, so you feel very protected walking through here. So the two Twin Tower footprint memorial pools are over there. Watch your step as you come through here. I don't see any curb cuts. You're going to come to the end. You see there's NYPD located around the plaza area. And then this gives you a good depiction of where we are. And we're actually here. So if you see the plaza, we came in through here. We went to the first area, came around, there's the Memorial Museum, went to the second one, came around, and now we're here. And we're going to cross the street and go to the First Responders Memorial right here. All right, so here we go. We're going to cross the street twice. Now this is a pedestrian area. Only emergency vehicles are allowed through this area, but still look for vehicles. So St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church is to my right. We're going to come up one more time. We're going to turn left here, look left and right at the zebra crossings. You can see they have these bulldogs up to keep trucks coming through this area that they don't want to come to the area. And I'm going to give a slow pan. This is the Firefighters Memorial. I believe it's 343 firefighters lost their lives on September 11th, coming to the aid of their fellow New Yorkers. And we'll just pan through there a little bit. And then we're going to walk down the bronze relief here so you can see it. I'm going to go fairly slow. And then I'll pan back, come back the other direction. So it's actually located on the side of the fire station that was here in the 9/11 Plaza. That is still an active duty fire station. All right, and now we're going to cross the street and I'm going to show you the plaza that's behind St. Nicholas Church. So we're going to walk up these steps. I do not see a curb cut or wheelchair ramp, but I bet there's one on the other side. But just be careful coming up the steps. This is actually a parking structure. And the church is built on top of it. And the church has been totally rebuilt because it was destroyed on 9/11. But as you come up, you'll see there used to be a mural painted here, right there on this wall. But we're going to come around the corner. And over here is the Anne Frank tree, which is a descendant of the tree outside Anne Frank's window in Amsterdam when she was hiding from the Nazi occupation. And if you didn't know, Anne Frank's book is one of the world's most published works. And it's actually published in over 100 different languages. So up here on this plaza, there's two other things I want to show you. This sculpture used to be between World Trade I and World Trade II. It was an orb, perfectly shaped orb, but during the collapse of the trade centers, the object was damaged. They gave the artisan the option to redesign this, but he said no. He wanted it to maintain the shape that it currently had because it actually morphed into a different meaning: survival from such great destruction. So it actually has spent time in New Jersey, in the plaza, but here is his permanent location overlooking the plaza where it once was. So this is overlooking the World Trade Center Plaza with all the trees and the Freedom Tower standing above all of it. 360-degree view from the observation deck. You can pause here so you can get a good look. So you might can read that if you wish. And there's a depiction of where it originally stood before. Okay, so from here, we're going to go around to the right-hand corner to see the last exhibit in this plaza area. So as we come around the corner, this statue over here is America's first response to 9/11. So within days, 48 hours of the 9/11 incidents, when they determined that it was bin Laden and the Taliban that they assumed at that time, a special forces unit traveled into northern Afghanistan, and they actually traveled via horseback trying to unite the Taliban, the northern alliances together to formulate opposition to bin Laden. I'll try to show you that as best I can. But this is also depicted by the movie 12 Strong that depicts the Special Forces soldiers. So if you haven't had a chance to see that movie, it's a really good movie. It's very interesting. All right, so thank you for walking with me around World Trade Plaza, the 9/11 Memorial. And as we close out, you can see the Freedom Tower here in the distance on this somber location. So as we're leaving this elevated plaza back here behind St. Nicholas Orthodox Church, there actually is a wheelchair ramp to bring you up to this level. We're passing the Anne Frank tree again. And you have steps all the way around the plaza, but here on the east side of the plaza, they indicated that there is a wheelchair ramp. So we're going to follow it. And I do see it. Here it is. So near the firefighters, first responders memorial, between that and St. Nicholas Church, is a wheelchair ramp. Thank you, New York City, for being inclusive. And then we're just going to turn back so you can see the plaza and we're going to close out this video here. So again, thanks for walking with me on this May 14th, 2023. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Enjoy your day. If your mother is still with you, please, even if you've had discord, please tell her you love her, and please thank her, because without a big part of her life, you wouldn't be here. Thanks, Mom. I miss you. You can do an audio guide. It's $8. It'll tell you everything about the plaza. Maybe a good idea for people who wasn't present during the time of 9/11 or foreign nationals. So also here in the plaza, they have a gift shop area. You can get water. You're not going to be able to get any soft drinks in the plaza area, but they have water in a box. And then they have t-shirts, hats, search and rescue dogs, stuffed animals. They have bags, never forget. And then they have books, challenge coins, wristbands, tumblers, and then books as well. And then this is the water in a box right there.